So we talked about COVID-19 and the impact that it had on you and many other students and young people your age. We talked about, people feeling trapped at home, missing their friends, missing school, hating homeschooling, worrying about the mental health, which is all really valid. It's been a really tough time. And one of the things that it's done is it's encouraged people like yourselves, and it's made people like yourselves really leave their comfort zones. Now, comfort zone might not be a phrase that you're familiar with, and I've got 3 examples here. What does it really mean? What is a comfort zone? So you've got the Oxford English Dictionary, which tells you it's a place or situation where one feels safe or at ease and without stress. You've got the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, which will tell you that it's a place or situation where someone feels confident and comfortable. But the reason I highlight the purple one is because it's the one I think sums up the best from the Cambridge Dictionary. When someone's ability or determination are not being tested. Now, your determination has been tested massively over the last couple of years. Everybody's determination has been tested. And it's really important, because until your determination is tested, you're never going to really know how far you can go. If you stay in one place where you feel safe and comfortable and you don't get out and test yourself, you're never ever going to see just how far you can go. And you have comfort zones in your personal life as well as your professional life. For me, professionally, I'm out of my comfort zone when I'm in the office. You know, the foundation, the Love Local Jobs Foundation, has got a big office, a lovely office in the centre of Brighton. It's full of lovely people, but I don't like being there. I don't like sitting in front of a desk. I don't like being in front of a computer all day. I don't like the way people talk in offices when they're talking about fleshing it out, man. Hey, let's flesh it out. Let's do some blue sky thinking, man. Yeah, let's park that for now. I don't like all that. I think it's silly. You know, I don't like being there. I like being here, kind of. I much prefer being with you all, in front of you all, than in front of a camera, which is not giving me any kind of reaction at all, because it's just a piece of machinery, if you will. But I'm more comfortable here talking to a camera like a Wally than I am sitting in front of a computer talking to people about fleshing out and blue sky thinking and parking it and let's come back to that on a brighter day and stuff. I don't do that kind of thing. And my personal life, put me on my sofa, man. Put me on my sofa. I've got a nice corner sofa, right? Put me in the corner of it here, right? With my TV in front of me, with crime documentaries on it. True crime documentaries on it, right? And in my lap, I've got a bowl of nachos, yeah? And a bowl of salsa. But it's got to be spicy salsa. I don't know that mild muck, you know what I mean? Or that green snot stuff, whatever that is. I don't eat that guacky pony or whatever it's called. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? Put that with a glass of Malbec, which is my favourite red wine, just here in reach. You know what I mean? In my comfy clothes. You know the clothes that your nan gets you for Christmas that you are really comfortable, you couldn't wear out of the house. Do you put me there? I ain't going to move all day. I'm not going to move all day. But I have to. I have to get out of that comfort zone because I've got things to do. I've got to go pick my kids up from school. I've got to walk the dogs. I've got to make dinner because my wife is at work. Not that she would be cooking if she was at home. We're not like that, you know what I mean? But that's stuff to do to make the house ready. I can't stay there all day. You've got to leave your comfort zone. You've got to push yourself and test yourself and do things that you don't want to do, that you might be frightened of. That is how you become great. Before anything great can be achieved, you've got to mix that comfort zone right up. It's like, I mean, that's a great quote. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there because there's no movement in your comfort zone. And things just go stale there. If you think of it like a train journey, you start at the beginning, and instead of going from Brighton into Preston Park and then Hassocks and Burgess Hill and Haywards Heath and Wivelsfield and so on and so forth, you're leaving a place where you feel safe and confident and comfortable, the beginning, and your stations on this train journey are stations like fear and panic and learning and risk and stress and failure, which is not something to be frightened of. I've told you this before, man. If you don't fail, you ain't trying hard enough. You know, you're going to go through these places because you're leaving a place of such comfort and such warmth, but don't be frightened of it. You might go through fear. You maybe think, I'm not scared of this, actually, I can do this. But then you might get to the next part of leaving your comfort zone and you're panicking because you can understand what you're being asked of. And then you might want to go back to the beginning, and that's fine. But you can't spend too long there. Because all the time you're standing still, all the time you're not testing yourself, you're not growing. You're not realising your full potential because you're just in a safe little bubble, a safe little cloud, and you are not finding out who you really are. When you leave your comfort zone, That is when you find out who you really, really are. You want to go from the beginning, you want to go through failure, through challenge, through all the negativity that might get thrown at you at times. You want to go through the criticism that you'll get and the obstacles that are put in front of you. And there'll be times when you think, I've got to change the way I think, I've got to change the way I'm acting, and I don't really want to, but it's for the greater good. And if you do that, you get right to the end, which is achievement, which is what you want. It's what we all want, is to achieve something we can feel proud of. That's what we want. To achieve something we can feel proud of. You're not going to get there unless you push yourself. And that means leaving your comfort zone, trying something new, trying something you're unfamiliar with. And again, employers want to see that as well. They don't want to have someone working for them that's going to sit in their office at their desk all day doing what they've got to do and not get out there and really test themselves and see what they've got to offer the world. That's what you need to be doing, man. You do that and you're going to find yourself in a really, really strong place. You know, we've all got these comfort zones. I certainly do. But we can't spend our whole lives in them, because if we do, we don't grow. Nothing grows without movement. So get out and test yourself. And when's the first time you're going to do that? I mean, you're doing it now. You've done it through the pandemic. When is the first time you're going to do that? When you leave education and training? My guess, from my experience, would be when you have your first ever job interview. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I never lie to you. Job interviews ain't fun. Nobody skips into a job interview singing zippity-doo-dah, you know what I mean? People don't do that. Job interviews, they can be a little bit frightening. I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? And when you do your first one, that's the first time when you might feel, God, I'm well out of my comfort zone here. So I'm going to give you some tips, man. I'm going to help you with your job interviews. Just like earlier, when I said I've got the 10 things that employers look for, then 10 skills, you remember? We're talking about interpersonal skills, self-management and stuff. What are the 7 things, 7 biggest things that interviewers don't want to see from interviewees when they turn up for a job interview? There's 7 of them. Now, if I give you 10 seconds to think about that, you might get something in your mind, you know what I mean? What would you not do at a job interview? What would you not do? Is it one of these? Because these are the 7 things no interviewer ever wants. He never wants you to be late. So just turning up saying, sorry mate, I was there part of me mates. No good. You know what I mean? Don't seem needy. You know what I mean? Do you want this job? I need this job. I don't want it. I need it. I'm going under, man. I need this job. Please, I'll do anything. They don't want to see that. Being uninterested and uninformed. So, do you know what it is we do here? No, not really. Not really that bothered. Just the money's quite good. No, it's not going to work. Casual appearance. That means if you turn up like Justin Bieber with your jeans halfway down your backside and like a woolly hat on and chains and stuff, and you walk in doing that thing which people do, which they think makes them look cool when they pretend they've got a limp and they're walking like that. I don't understand that. I know I'm old, but I don't understand it. Don't do that. Don't show negativity. Do you think you're going to be good at this job? No, not really. Okay. Arrogance. Do you think you're going to be good at this job? I'm going to be the best thing you've ever had. I'll be better at it than you. No, don't do that. And dishonest. Don't be dishonest in the job interview, because you will be found out. Have you got a degree? Have I got a degree? I've got 8 degrees in maths, science, airplane building, sandcastle building, and omelette making. Yeah, what about that? Really? Are you married? Yeah, I am. I'm married to Katy Perry's sister, Suzanne Perry. Really? Yeah, good. What did you do for this? I was an astronaut. Don't lie in job interviews. They'll find you out. It doesn't go down well. That's the first time you'll leave your comfort zone, I reckon, when you leave education and training, is when you go for your first ever job interview. So, that, my friends, is presentation number 2, the skills. Let's just go back to the journey though. We'll do a recap on both of them. Self-awareness and identity, grades, character, employability, self-belief. Who are you? What do you stand for? Are you the right kind of person? Are you the person that would visit the mural of Marcus Rashford and write notes of support on it, as opposed to be the racist bigot that would send a tweet because he missed a penalty and because he's a black man? Self-belief, believing in yourself, what you've got to offer, and knowing that if it doesn't go right first time, you go again. Grades, character and employability, the fact that your school grades, your college grades, your university grades don't define you. People employ people. That's what we spoke about on the journey. And then today, dreaming big. Remember what Jim Carrey said, man. You can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well have a go at doing what you love. That's great advice, man. Resilience, being tough. You know, Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. This is going against me. It's not going my way. Keep moving forward, because you're never going to get anywhere unless you keep walking through that treacle and you've got the end in sight and you want to get there and you're determined to get there. Like James Dyson, like Katy Perry, like J.K. Rowling, they were resilient. Comfort zones. Leaving that place where you feel safe. Leaving that place where you feel secure. Leaving that place where you feel confident and comfortable, and really testing yourself. Going into places that you don't want to go to. Going into places that you know are going to really stretch you to your limits. But you're going in there to find out who you really are, what you're really made of, and what you can really achieve. Remember what I said to you. Until anything great can be achieved, you've got to mix that comfort zone right up. And we talked about them workplace skills as well. What employers are looking for. And we talked about 10 things, and the fact that none of them are things that you learn in school. They're things you can teach about yourself, things you find out about yourself, and things that you can develop yourself. Having that strong work ethic, being able to communicate with people, learning how to solve problems, learning to adapt. These are all really key things. Yeah? And you've got so much to offer. I believe that, I know it, because of what I told you about my early life. Everybody wrote me off, man. And anybody that's writing you off, get them out of your life. We'll always come back to this theme. The people around you are so important. No one's got the right to tell you you cannot achieve anything. No one. You've got to believe. You've got to be resilient. You've got to dream big, and you've got to be willing to push yourself. Those, my friends, are the skills. And I'll see you very, very soon, hopefully, face to face, God willing. And we'll talk about the ultimate goal, which is the thing that everybody wants. You want it, I want it, your parents want it, your carers want it. It's one thing that we all want. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of the people that you love, be nice, treat people the right way, think about everything I've said, get that plan going, and let's start going and chasing down the dreams. It's really good to see you again. This is Jack the Lad from the Love Local Jobs Foundation with Dare to Dream. Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best. See ya.